Hey, welcome back everyone. So this video has nothing to do with video games. We're taking a little break from video games. And I found this video and it's a very interesting video that I felt that I needed to share with you guys because I think this video will open up your eyes and it will certainly resonate with you because what this gentleman here is saying, it's something that resonates with me and hopefully it will resonate with you. The name of the video, it's called Nobody Talks About the Curse of Awareness. Now, I don't know who this gentleman is. He sounds British, probably somewhere from UK. And I don't know when was this filmed and who filmed it. I just know that I found this video and I felt like I need to share this with you guys. So just let's listen to what he has to say. And after he finishes saying what he has to say, then I'll comment on it. And then you guys can comment on it down below on the comments as well. Keep in mind, it's only subscribers and members, so you have to subscribe and you have to wait 1 day. The reason for this is so that way I can filter the bots and trolls, individuals whom I don't need to bothered with. So let's listen to what he has to say, and after he finish talking, then hopefully it will resonate with you, and then I'll explain exactly what he was talking about. So let's listen to him.
The truest words was from Nietzsche when he said that any man who knows too much can't fit in anywhere. And that's the curse of awareness. Once you start to delve underneath the surface, that's when you realize this whole world, it's not so simple. And you start to notice who people really are in the games they're playing. And that fake confidence, all the ulterior motives. And you realize this whole society, it's built on lies. And people, they're sheep. And once you see that, you can't unsee that. So you try and tell people. But they say to you, no, you're overreacting, you are crazy. So you stop talking. But you're still observing, you're still watching, but you know you don't belong anymore. And it's not because you think you're too good for anyone. No, it's because you've seen too much and you're watching everything, and now you know you can't go back to how it was anymore.
You ain't got a body no more, son.
That's right.
All up here.
That's right. So what he was talking about is just simply the fact that we have this awareness. Some of us have this awareness where we can sense certain things that others don't. Some of us are truly awakened, and we see things for what they are, not for what the others want you to believe they are. And he says, once you are truly awake and once you truly realize what's really going on, it's hard to go back to the old self. Like, I could never go back to my old self the way I was when I was in my early 20s, right? When I was young. Because when I was 20, I didn't know much. I was still growing up. I was still learning. I was still young and dumb. And I didn't know much. But now that I'm older, now that I've seen so much, now that I have experienced so much in my life, this really resonates with me. And what this gentleman is talking about is so true, and you see that today. You see how people have become selfish, all about themselves, just thinking about themselves, using other people, being disingenuous, not being genuine. People only call you when they need you. People only come to you when it's convenient for them, when they need you for something. They never come to you when you really need them, right? Only when it's convenient for them, for their interest and for their pleasure. The selfishness, self-importance, social media certainly plays part in this. You've seen how people have become all about themselves, right? Presenting themselves like self-important. You look at the Facebook, everyone wants to be self-important. Everybody wants to be a celebrity. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be the first. Nobody wants to be the genuine. Nobody wants to be kind. Nobody wants to be truthful. Nobody wants to be honest. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's manipulating everyone else. No one trusts each other anymore. Even the marriages don't work anymore because the husband cannot trust the wife and wife cannot trust the husband. It's such a whole upside down world that has become, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And you know, I don't know when was this filmed. I don't know who this gentleman is. Maybe you guys know, but it really resonated with me big time. I guess we can listen to it one more time. Why not? Let's listen to it again, because it really resonates with me.
Truest words was from Nietzsche when he said that any man who knows too much can't fit in anywhere. And that's a curse of awareness. Once you start to delve underneath the surface, that's when you realize this whole world, it's not so simple. And you start to notice who people really are in the games they're playing. And that fake confidence, all the ulterior motives. And you realize this whole society, it's built on lies. And people, they're sheep. And once you see that, you can't unsee that. So you try and tell people. But they say to you, no, you're overreacting, you are crazy. So you stop talking. But you're still observing, you're still watching, but you know you don't belong anymore. And it's not because you think you're too good for anyone. No, it's because you've seen too much and you're watching everything, and now you know you can't go back to how it was anymore. The truest.
So yeah, this really has like resonated with me. I found this video. I don't know, it was finally the AI algorithm like finally recommended something to me that truly resonated with me. And I wish I knew the name of this individual. I wish that I knew where was this filmed. He sounds British. He's from UK, but I don't know the name of the individual. Maybe you guys know the name of this individual. But it really resonated that I really felt like sharing this with you. The name of the video, it's Nobody Talks About the Curse of Awareness. Just type in Nobody Talks About the Curse of Awareness. And the reason he says it's a curse, because you can't unseen what you've seen. You can't unexperience what you have experienced. I wish that there was like a Man in Black where they have these little devices and they flash it and you forget everything. Sometimes I wish that I didn't know anything. I wish that I was like totally dumb and I didn't know nothing. The curse of knowing too much, right? And when you know too much, when you have seen too much, when you have experienced so much, it could be also a curse because it'll be a very lonely, lonely time. But sometimes being in solitude and being alone, it's also a good thing. I look at it as a good thing. I know for some people, they need a female companion. They need to share their life. They need to be surrounded by people. And we're very social creatures. We need to socialize. But at the same time, it's really hard to socialize with people nowadays, as to what he says, when you see how people have become. They can't pull those tricks on you anymore. Once they show, like, listen, I said this millions of times. Once you show me who you are, dude, you can't put that Humpty Dumpty back together again. You can write me all these letters, I'm sorry, blah, 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 it will never happen again, it was wrong of me. It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything to me. Once you show me who you truly are and you take off that mask and I see the true you, that's it. I could never be with you. I could never be with you. I could never hang out with you. I could never talk to you. I could never be around you. Once I know who you are, that's it. It's over. Uh, it's over. And that's what he's saying. Once you see how people are and how fake they are and how phony they are and how manipulative they are, you can never go back to that because you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to feel that same weight of very heavy burden, feeling of like, why did I allow myself to be manipulated yet again, even though I know this is what this individual will do to me again if I allow them to come to my life, into my life. So, and you see that today in 2026, you see how everything's so crazy, so upside down through social media, through everything. It's just the world has really gone upside down. And I don't know where we go from here, to be honest with you. It's a very uncertain time, you know, but also a very exciting time because of technology and everything else. But it's also a very bizarre time, it's a very ominous feeling. I think the best way I can put, like people ask me, how do you feel, Mr. 4K, about like today's world and the way things are right now that I'm older, that I'm wiser, that I'm middle-aged. I'm 47. Next thing you know, I'll be 50. So I'm almost a middle-aged man. How do I feel? I feel a an ominous feeling. I don't feel happy. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel excited. I don't feel energetic. Um, I just feel like a void, like ominous void feeling, honestly. But not like in a negative way, not like in a depressing way, but more like in a I acknowledge it. This is the way it is. I have to adapt to it. I have to acknowledge it. We'll see how far we go with this and how far I go with this and how far is universe is going to allow me to be on this planet and to experience this. I look at this as an experience. Like I look at life as a experience, not like as some sort of a achievement. Like, oh, I have to have a wife, I have to have children, or I have to have a success and diplomas on my wall. I have to have 20 houses. I have to have 50 cars. I have to be this successful playboy, you know, billionaire or something. I don't look at my life like, oh, I need to achieve something. I look at my life as an experience. I was given this experience, and I'm grateful for this experience that the universe has given to me through my parents, to be here, to experience this, to be here, and I'm grateful for that. To me, life is a experience, and I look at it all as an experience. So that's why I say, if you're going to ask me how do I feel about 2026, well, I'm looking at it based on what I have experienced 47 years ago. So I'm using a reference based on what I've experienced 47 years ago. And what I have experienced 47 years ago in this current time of 2026, I just feel a void. I feel a ominous feeling. Ominous feeling. I don't feel like super happy. I don't feel super excited. I don't feel super depressed. I don't feel negative. I don't feel energetic. I just feel like a void, neutral void, ominous feeling. Maybe the best word I could use is neutral. I just feel like a neutral feeling. And I guess that's what an ominous feeling is like a neutral feeling. You don't feel great. You don't feel depressed. You feel in the middle, like neutral. And sometimes neutral feeling is the best feeling because the neutral feeling gives you time to observe everything, to take everything in, and to acknowledge everything for what it is, not for what you wanted it to be. This is just me observing. Like this guy, he's not depressed. He's just observing. He's just letting you know, here, this is what I have observed. This is what I know. And there's a certain curse that comes with that because you know that you'll never be like you used to be, like when you were younger. So you evolve basically to a new level of density of knowledge, and now you know and acknowledge But that's also can be a good thing. Now you know how things are, so nothing will upset you. Nothing will make you angry. You just understand this is the way it is. This is the new normal. This is the way things are, and we'll see how long this is going to be, and we'll wait for the next thing, whatever the next thing is, the next phase of this life and experience that we're experiencing. So anyway, I just thought to share this, video with you guys. I just find it very interesting. Okay, so leave a comment down below. Let me know. The word anonymous meaning, before I leave, when I say I feel anonymous feeling, meaning neutral. Anonymous, it's like an anonymous neutral feeling. Like I don't feel anything. Like it's not like what I mean by I don't feel anything. I'm not a robot. I just mean that I have no opinion on what this is today. Like I have no any kind of feelings, opinions about like today's world, because it's a very strange, anonymous feeling, neutral feeling that it's really hard for me to explain it, what it is. And that's what he's basically saying. Once you are aware what this is, it's a strange, anonymous feeling, but it can also benefit you because you understand that it's what it is. It's a mysterious, strange, anonymous feeling. Like I said, I can explain it, but it's certainly something that it's a very strange feeling. But that too shall pass, right? So you just have to ride it out and see where it goes. Just don't let it control you. See, the problem is some people, they can't handle it, and they're very emotional, and they're upset, right? I, on the other hand, I can acknowledge it. This gentleman, he can acknowledge it. And I think that's the difference between some individuals. People cannot handle it. Majority cannot handle it. I can handle it. This guy certainly can handle it, but he also says there's a curse to that. It's a very isolated, lonely time, because you understand this is the new, whatever this new is, and this is the way it is. So you just have to kind of like accept it for what it is and just observe it. Like George Carlin said famously, he said, I gave up, on humanity. I just don't care anymore. I have no stake on the outcome on this whole human experiment, this whole thing. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care. And sometimes that's the best way to look at it. Just observe it. Like he said, just take a pencil and a notepad and just observe it. Enjoy the freak show and just observe it, look at it for what it is, and don't let it get to you. Don't let it dictate to you. If you let this get to you, that's the problem. Like, just acknowledge it that, hey, this is the way it is, unfortunately. But this too shall pass. Like Tom Hanks says, this too shall pass. How long it's going to take, we don't know. But just don't let it get to you, honestly. If you let it get to you, and I think that's the message I'm trying to bring out here. I'm not trying to like make this video be negative and depressing, right? I'm just trying to tell you that you have to acknowledge it for what it is and how it is, but just don't let it get to you. That's the message here. Yes, okay. You observing it, you watching it, you understand it. This is the way it is. Just don't let it get to you, right? And that's the way I look at it. All right. Well, anyway, you guys leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think. I'm more interested to see what you guys have to say. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for watching this video. I just felt like sharing this because I felt this video resonated with me, and I'm sure it will resonate with you guys as well. Nobody talks about the curse of awareness. Okay, before we go, I guess I'll play one more time.
Words was from Nietzsche when he said that any man who knows too much can't fit in anywhere. And that's the curse of awareness. once you start to delve underneath the surface, that's when you realize this whole world, it's not so simple. And you start to notice who people really are in the games they're playing, and that fake confidence, all the ulterior motives. And you realize this whole society, it's built on lies. And people, they're sheep. And once you see that, you can't unsee that. So you try and tell people, but they say to you, no, you're overreacting, you are crazy. So you stop talking, but you're still observing, you're still watching, but you know you don't belong anymore. And it's not because you think you're too good for anyone. No, it's because you've seen too much and you're watching everything, and now you know you can't go back to how it was anymore.
You ain't got a body no more, son.
All right, so there you have it. So this is the name of the video. Nobody talks about the curse of awareness. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video resonates with you. I hope this video helps you realize. I hope this video is a positive message, not a negative message. Like, acknowledge it for what it is, and just accept it for what it is. You know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.